Imagine decorating your house for the holidays and your HOA comes in and cuts your lights. What would you do? Stay silent or fight back? Watch this story till the end, you won't believe what happened next. On a quiet suburban street in December, holiday lights glimmered softly along rooftops and fences, marking the arrival of the season. The glow of red, green, and white reflected off freshly fallen frost, creating an idyllic winter scene. Yet beneath the polished lawns and perfectly trimmed hedges, a tension quietly simmered. In this carefully planned neighborhood, every decoration existed under the strict supervision of the Homeowners Association. Rules about colors, brightness, timing, and placement were enforced with quiet authority. Compliance was expected, individuality was monitored. What seemed like a festive ritual was in reality a dance between expression and regulation. For one homeowner, decorating was simple, joyful, and harmless. Strings of lights outlined the roof, wreaths hung from doors, and a small display of figurines sat on the front lawn. Nothing excessive, nothing flashy. Yet one evening, the lights went dark. At first, the homeowner thought it was a simple outage, a common winter problem, but a closer look revealed the shocking truth. The main power cord had been cut cleanly. No note, no warning, no explanation. Just a deliberate act, a physical assertion of authority delivered in silence. It was clear, someone had made a choice to enforce rules without dialogue, without warning, and without consent. The HOA denied responsibility, while maintenance crews offered vague, unsatisfying explanations. The homeowner felt violated, not fined or warned, but directly undermined. What should have been a minor inconvenience quickly escalated. Instead of quietly fixing the cord and moving on, the homeowner responded with an act that was bold, unusual, and designed to be seen. They rewired the lights and added a warning sign, blunt, unmistakable, and impossible to ignore. Suddenly, a private dispute became a public spectacle. Neighbors noticed immediately. Phones came out, cameras flashed. Within hours, images of the lights and the warning sign had spread across local social media, sparking debate, outrage, and amusement. Supporters hailed the homeowner as a folk hero, applauding the courage to stand up to arbitrary authority. Critics condemned the act, warning of danger, liability, and escalation. What had started as a seemingly minor disagreement had transformed into a community-wide flashpoint, revealing tensions that existed quietly beneath the neighborhood's perfect surface. The incident sparked discussions far beyond the street itself. Residents began questioning the HOA's authority, the fairness of their rules, and the consequences of defiance. Conversations once casual about lawns, decorations, and friendly neighborhood updates became more measured. People spoke cautiously, aware that minor actions could escalate into unexpected conflicts. The neighborhood culture itself shifted, shaped by the memory of the lights, the severed cord, and the warning sign. Psychologists note that this kind of escalation is not uncommon in micro-governed communities. When individuals perceive rules as arbitrary or enforcement as unfair, even small acts can provoke significant emotional responses. Pride, identity, and the need for recognition often drive behavior more than the material object at stake. In this case, the cut cord was more than electricity. It was a statement, and the homeowner's response was a counterstatement, a symbolic assertion of autonomy. Once retaliation enters the mix, escalation becomes almost inevitable. Legal experts have weighed in on similar cases, emphasizing that responsibility extends beyond intent once risk is introduced. Safety professionals note that warning signs, no matter how clear, do not eliminate hazards. Children, pets, or visitors might not read them carefully. The homeowner's solution, while clever and defiant, introduced risks that transformed a simple seasonal display into a lesson about cause, effect, and consequence. As months passed, the HOA formalized its processes, documenting every decision, reviewing enforcement protocols, and consulting legal counsel before taking action. Authority became procedural and impersonal, while compliance became cautious and deliberate. Residents learned to navigate a new landscape, one in which their actions were measured not just against rules, but against potential escalation, social perception, and long-term consequences. The homeowners' actions became emblematic of resistance. They were debated endlessly. Some saw courage and independence, others saw recklessness and unnecessary provocation. Regardless of perspective, the incident left a lasting mark on the community. Conversations about authority, boundaries, and personal autonomy became more common. The story became a reference point, not only locally, but online, shared in forums and social media threads where people debated the balance between compliance, freedom, and responsibility. Interestingly, the story revealed a broader cultural phenomenon. Across the country, millions of homeowners live under associations with varying degrees of power. Most comply quietly, some challenge rules cautiously, and a few resist openly. Stories like this one illustrate the risks inherent in concentrated authority, especially when communication is poor. A seemingly minor act, like trimming lights or installing a decoration, can quickly become a battleground for principles, pride, and perceived fairness. Ultimately, the incident illuminated the fragile interplay between rules and relationships in shared communities. Holiday lights, a severed cord, and a warning sign became symbols: authority and defiance, compliance and resistance. The lights may have gone dark, but the story remained, a lasting reflection on human behavior, power, and trust. Every action in a shared space carries echoes. Every boundary tests the delicate balance between control and community. Even small disputes can reveal deep truths about responsibility, consequence, and the social fabric that holds neighborhoods together. If you enjoyed this story and want more real-life HOA conflicts, shocking neighborhood stories, and unbelievable real events, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community. You won't want to miss what happens next.